now.
Good afternoon and welcome to Newswatch 12 at 5. I'm Dan Hagan. The nation is still reeling after a leaked Supreme Court opinion. Here in Wisconsin, hundreds of demonstrators gathered outside the state capitol in Madison last night. A crowd that began with a few hundred people about 7 p.m. soon swelled to more than 1,000, filling 2 city blocks as they marched from the Capitol to the University of Wisconsin-Madison Library Hall. They were protesting the possibility that the U.S. Supreme Court could overturn the landmark 1973 Roe v. Wade decision. If the court's draft opinion becomes its final decision, nearly all abortions in Wisconsin could become illegal. This leaked Supreme Court document leaves a lot of questions. Even though it is just a draft, not the final opinion, what would abortion access in the U.S. look like if Roe v. Wade is overturned? NBC's Hallie Jackson has more on trigger laws.
We won't lose the right to choose.
If the landmark 1973 Supreme Court decision that gave people across the U.S. the right to choose is indeed overturned, Planned Parenthood says more than 36 million could be left without abortion access because 26 states would probably restrict or even ban it altogether, according to the Guttmacher Institute, which supports abortion rights. It would happen in some states faster than others because 13 of them have so-called trigger laws, which would make abortion illegal if the court overturns Roe versus Wade. The move may come at a high price for those who cannot afford to travel to another state for the procedure, like younger people and single people and those in minority communities who historically have had abortions at a slightly higher rate. While a decision overturning Roe would reverse access to abortion for many, there are more options for those looking to perform the procedure safely than there were in the 1960s. Aid groups and companies are already stepping in to fight state bans. Just this week, according to a message seen by Reuters, Amazon told its staff it'll pay up to $4,000 in travel expenses to cover medical treatments, including abortion. NBC News has reached out to Amazon to confirm this, but haven't heard back. The company's decision follows similar reported moves made by Apple, Levi's, Citigroup, Yelp, and more, according to Bloomberg. While the decision that may overturn Roe could come any minute, likely in late June or early July, abortions would not become illegal right away in some states. That process could take several months in places where it is likely to be banned. Hallie Jackson, NBC News, Washington.
Meteorologist Devin Biggs joins us live from our weather deck. Devin, finally just a gorgeous day out there today.
Yeah, it's about time. We definitely deserve this after some really cooler temperatures and a cooler than normal spring. And we're going to warm up, and we're going to warm up in a hurry. You know the old joke that it seems summer shows up fast with spring being a short time? That's going to be the case here with this, too, with some warm temperatures on the way. In Managua, people are traveling, and it's also a nice one out there, too, with the radar and satellite showing some clouds off toward the west. And we're seeing a little bit of cloud cover here this morning, or this afternoon, I should say, but overall things looking pretty nice for us. While temperatures across the area too, this is just perfect with 52 degrees in Ashland. That's courtesy of a cooler Lake Superior, but everyone else in the lower to middle 60s. Again, this is just very nice weather that we are seeing. But again, your hourly forecast for the rest of the evening, though, temperatures will cool off, but nothing too ridiculous. We'll see a mixture of clouds and sun before the sun goes down, then clouds and some clear skies mixing in from time to time. Low temperatures around 40 degrees by 12 a.m., eventually hitting 34 degrees before we're all finished up. That full forecast is coming up. Dan?
Thanks, Devin. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it is important for parents and other family members to look for signs of depression in teens and children. Parents who think of depression only as sadness are likely to miss signs, according to the National Institute of Mental Health. Periods of moodiness and acting out are to be expected with teens going through puberty, making it easy to miss signals of more severe problems like depression. Irritability, anger, and hostility are major symptoms, not just a depressed mood. Other things to look for include behavioral problems, substance abuse, and refusal to attend school or a decline in academic performance. When symptoms are persistent or severe, it is advised to contact a health professional. The owner of TurboTax has agreed to pay customers $141 million in restitution after allegedly steering them away from free tax filing services. Filers who used TurboTax's free edition for tax years 2016 through 2018 will get about $30 for each year they were charged, when they should have been able to use free services. New York Attorney General Letitia James announced the settlement Wednesday, saying about 4.4 million customers were unfairly charged. TurboTax is accused of steering eligible clients away from its federally supported tax filing products by making them more difficult to find in web searches. James said the tactic targeted low-income consumers. Mother's Day is this Sunday, and local florists are staying busy. Fourth Floral in Rhinelander has been in business for over 120 years. Mother's Day and Valentine's Day are their two busiest days every year. Co-owner Ruth Hempel says since it's been a late start to this season because of cold temperatures, she's been hesitant to bring flowers into the greenhouse. But with warmer temperatures recently, more people are shopping for plants and flowers. And with Mother's Day coming up this weekend, business is picking up at Fourth Floral.
We're getting ready in our greenhouse, we're getting ready in our design room. The orders are coming in, people are ordering flowers for mom. So it happens every year. Usually it's kind of divided half and half between fresh cut flower arrangements and then garden plants, hanging baskets and things like that.
Hempel says Mother's Day also represents the start of the gardening season, although she doesn't expect to plant until the end of the month. For Mother's Day this Sunday, it's easy and convenient to shop online, but Hempel suggests buying locally.
There's just so many reasons to shop locally. Everything, all of our plants are grown locally. So you've got that freshness factor. It's grown right here. We can tell you how we take care of them and grow them. Plus, it keeps the money in the community.
Fourth Floral is open every day this week, plus on Mother's Day from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Hempel suggests getting your Mother's Day gift sooner rather than later. Officials in Dallas have located a coyote that attacked a 2-year-old boy. The child is now in critical condition. Dallas Animal Services says the coyote kept returning because neighbors were feeding it. Malini Basu reports.
It's gut-wrenching.
Anthony Divenuti lives directly across the street from where a 2-year-old boy was attacked by a coyote. It happened around 8:30 Tuesday morning on Royal Pine Drive in Lake Highlands.
That boy was sitting on his front porch, and that animal came right up to the porch, unfazed whatsoever, and attacked him.
Police say the little boy is now in critical condition. He was rushed to a nearby hospital.
When the EMT and the fire showed up.
Even after the attack, Divenuti says the coyote showed no fear. A neighbor shared this video of the coyote moments after it happened.
We came out across the street and stood there, staring in the direction of where the EMTs and the parents were.
And there's a good reason the coyote wasn't afraid. Dallas Animal Services say residents in the neighborhood have been feeding it and even petting the coyote. They say, quote, this tragic incident shows why it is critical that residents treat all wildlife as wild animals. Coyotes are generally reclusive animals who prefer to avoid human contact, but coyotes still creep into North Texas neighborhoods. We spoke to a city official off camera. We asked him, what are you supposed to do if you see the coyote? That official says just make some really loud noises, possibly grab some pots and pans and just start banging. Any loud noise should help. Neighbors tell us they've been calling the city and complaining about the coyote.
I saw the coyote 2 weeks ago. It was Easter Sunday.
Neighbors say the coyote was seen hanging out near the park at White Rock Elementary School. Clark Collier says it locked eyes with another child.
It looked like it wanted to attack a kid.
In Dallas, I'm Malini Basu.
The backers are heading to London this year, and finally we have their opponent and some more details. We'll get to that right after weather with Devin right here on Newswatch 12.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Stone Innovations, Rhinelander and Plover.
Research shows that adding menthol actually makes tobacco more addictive. And this is a real issue. Tobacco companies have been targeting low-income neighborhoods and racial and ethnic groups for decades. Tobacco is changing, parents. We've got to keep up.
Sue right, Jake middle, me on the left.
Yeah, I knew I'd win.
Are you saying something?
What's really happening over there?
I think you're on mute.
There's no substitute for real gaming fun. Go where fun lives. Ho Chunk Gaming Wittenberg.
This ain't about the donor class with their name on trucks. Nor the establishment. Man, they failed us for decades. This is about the ones who work for a living. Just worry about safe streets and buying groceries. Warrior conservatives. This is about Kevin Nicholson, one of us. The Marine who never forgot how to fight. It's in his gut. Conservatives, rise up. We have a leader.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
At Big Valley Ford, we have a great selection of gently used trucks, SUVs, and cars, and we are ready to help you find the right vehicle to explore the North Woods. Big Valley Ford is passionate about every vehicle that enters our service center, and our team of technicians are here to help with all of your service needs. Whether you are looking for a new or used vehicle or need to get your current ride back on the road, stop into Big Valley Ford in Ewan, Michigan, and experience the Big Valley difference.
Our kids have to navigate a world that is crowded with flashy tobacco products and manipulative tactics most parents don't know anything about. Tobacco companies are working hard to keep young people hooked and parents out of the loop. Tobacco is changing parents. We've got to keep up.
And welcome back. Man, we deserve this, right? A very nice sun-filled day, and it just feels great to be outside without a coat, too. People are traveling home this afternoon, too, and plenty of sunshine. And the same deal in Rhinelander as well. There's the courthouse right about over here, and man, it's a lot of sunshine, maybe some thin cloud cover, but otherwise, that's kind of about it that we're noticing at this point, though. And some birds flying around, too. We're noticing a lot of the warmer weather animals starting to get out of hibernation and making their way back up to the Northwoods. And this is a visible satellite imagery. This is about the highest quality of satellite that we can show you. This is kind of what we're seeing that's reflecting off of the sun, and not a lot of cloud cover over us right now. It's further off towards the south and west. We'll have to watch for some clouds that may try to get in our direction too later on, as we're watching low pressure moving in from the southwest going toward the north and east. So we're going to be watching for mainly clouds throughout the next few days, but no rain for us mainly until next week, although Friday some may try to sneak into Adams County, but that might be a little bit of a stretch. Those temperatures, this is nice, right? This is actually normal for this time of the year to be in these lower to middle 60s. And that's what we're seeing right now, the cooler temperatures near Lake Superior, courtesy of course, the water still being cool for this time of the year. And temperatures have been running cool recently, running to the 50s and 40s the last several days. And finally today, we have broken that streak with our high temperatures getting a lot better now. And a pattern shifting too with warmer temperatures on the way. So you think today was warm, we have some warmer temperatures arriving as we head towards next week, as a lot of that blue that you see there gets replaced with some yellow. That could be 70s, possibly even 80s that might be on the way soon. So talk about a quick switch from spring over to summer. And this is what that looks like with lower to middle 60s on the way for the next few days. So about near our average high now of 62 degrees. Then it's like we just warm up in a hurry next week. 78 degrees by Tuesday. Some of you will do close to 80 degrees with middle 70s on the way as we head towards Wednesday. And beyond that, from May 10th through the 14th, though, the Climate Prediction Center outlook, of course, the darker the shade of red that we're seeing, the higher the probability is of us seeing above average temperatures. Our average high is 62 degrees. And we're going to have good chances of seeing that, though, throughout the next several days, too, as you saw those 70s, maybe even 80s that will soon be on the way. The winds are out the east right now at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, so nothing too ridiculous out there. You might notice a rogue gust from time to time, too, later this evening, maybe at around 10 to 15 miles per hour as the sun sets. This is at about 11 o'clock tonight. Everything going from the southeast to the northwest, so nothing too ridiculous there. Otherwise, the winds will be relatively calm, although a lake breeze may try to sneak in here as we head towards Thursday evening as well. So you might notice a quick cool down, though, as we head towards Thursday evening. Then, of course, the winds really start to pick up again as we head towards Friday afternoon out of the east, going toward the west, getting up to around 25 miles per hour. That's that area of low pressure. That might bring some rain for our southern counties, though, but again, looking to be a stretch for now. We're going to keep the forecast dry for the entire viewing area. So maybe a mixture of clouds and clear skies tonight, maybe a few more clouds for your Thursday. So we're going to call it mostly cloudy, although temperatures will be rather nice. The rain will be leaving us alone at this point, though, so that looks pretty nice. You might notice a rogue shower trying to sneak into some of our southern counties by Friday morning, but overall, everyone else will be staying nice and dry. So So your forecast coming up for tonight, partly cloudy, lows in the middle 30s, and the wind overall will be nice and calm. Moving ahead towards your Thursday, mostly cloudy. Man, we deserve this, right? Lower 60s, about average for this time of the year. A southwest breeze at about 5 miles per hour. Some higher gusts cannot be ruled out. And your Northwoods Furniture and Mattress 7-day forecast. Cinco de Mayo is tomorrow. Temperatures will be nice on mostly cloudy sky. Saturday, partly cloudy, highs in the middle 60s. Rain chances as we head towards Sunday, though. Some storm chances next week. This looks worse than what it really is. It'll be mainly scattered pop-up chances. Temperatures warm up next week.
The Green Bay Packers will play the New York Giants in London this fall, but you might want to trade out your brats for pancakes. The NFL made the announcement today. The game will be played October 9th at 2:30 p.m. London time, so that translates to 8:30 a.m. Central Time, a bit early for some. There will be a limited number of tickets available for the Packers season ticket holders to purchase through a drawing. Green Bay is the last of the NFL's 32 teams to play a regular season international game. The New York Giants were actually the first team to play back in 2007 when they beat the Dolphins. A pair of Rhinelander students performed well at a recent Nicolet College welding competition. RHS welding students Colby Ritterbush and Kyle Maureen participated in the Nicolet College welding competition, which started with a pool of around 80 students and was narrowed down to a field of 20. Colby and Kyle ended up finishing in second place. U.S. stock markets closed slightly higher today as investors anticipate Wednesday's interest rate hike decision by the Federal Reserve. The central bank is expected to announce an interest rate hike of 0.5 percentage point. This has Wall Street watchers preparing for other increases to tackle the worst inflation the U.S. has seen since the Reagan administration. John Lorink reports.
The Federal Reserve helped the U.S. economy through the COVID-19 pandemic by dropping rates to near zero. Now the Fed is facing a new challenge, crushing inflation without bringing on a recession.
It's hard to catch up when you have to go very fast. It's also hard to catch up when you actually have to push monetary policy to a tight setting.
Coming up with a so-called soft landing could be difficult, in part because the jobs market is booming, and increasing the interest rate will likely change that.
This is a situation where wages have moved up at the highest rate in a very long time, and people are able to quit their jobs and move to better paying jobs.
The unemployment rate in the U.S. is at 3.6%, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which is considered full employment by the Fed.
They have to push up the unemployment rate, and in the past, when you've pushed up the unemployment rate, you've almost never been able to avoid a full-fledged recession.
The central bank raised rates by 0.25 percentage point in March, but some say that wasn't soon enough.
They wanted to start late because they wanted to see the economy get to full employment. But I think that's going to turn out, in retrospect, to have been a policy mistake. They should have gone a little bit sooner in terms of removing monetary policy accommodation.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Everyone deals with adversity in their lives, but it's up to the person on how they handle that adversity. After the break, we'll learn how one child turned her struggles into a way to help others. We'll be right back.
I come here to do homework because they have free Wi-Fi. They don't say anything as long as I buy something.
When there's a lot of noise, it's hard to focus, but I listen to music to try and drown it out. When the Wi-Fi cuts out, I can't finish my homework. That's why I started getting D's.
Millions of children rely on public Wi-Fi to study. U.S. Cellular is donating up to $13 million in hotspots to help youth in need, because every child deserves the same opportunity to learn.
Two of the most common questions that we get are, what are the design options and are they affordable?
Yeah, it's really affordable. Imagine that having a beautiful bath installed in your home for $70 a month. You don't have to deal with a dangerous bath or a bath that's dirty anymore. You can truly have the bath of your dreams.
And I happen to know that Jacuzzi bathroom model brought some great savings. Take a look.
Your installation costs are waived, and we'll postpone all your payments for 1 full year. This is a limited time offer, so be sure to call now and start saving today.
Culver's couldn't have started anywhere but in Sauk City, Wisconsin. Still today, we are a family restaurant. Here, nearby farms grow the food we eat, smiles are contagious, and everyone is someone's neighbor. It's a place where our love of fresh food is as strong as our love for each other. It's a feeling of welcome you'll notice the moment you stop by. Because where we come from has made us who we are, and for that, we couldn't be more proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Goodwill starts with you every time you shop and donate. Your support opens the door to new opportunities and creates possibilities for people with barriers to employment. When you shop Goodwill, you'll find home decor, clothing that fits your unique style, and other one-of-a-kind treasures. You'll also keep items out of the landfill, all while supporting job training, financial coaching, and more. When you shop at and donate to Goodwill, you open doors to possibilities for neighbors in your community. Goodwill starts with you.
The first Saturday in May, you're invited to the Run for the Roses. And when the hats go on, all bets are off. The Kentucky Derby, Saturday, 2:30 Eastern on NBC and Peacock.
We'll meet Ukrainians who are defending their country one block at a time. When you were still in Kiev, could you hear the bombing? My name is Lester. Who's this?
A third grader in Iowa who is a cancer survivor is inspiring people in her community to help save lives. Laura Terrell reports.
Riley Mahoney hugs her grandma to thank her for giving blood for the first time. She was one of dozens of people who showed up to Gilbert Middle School Tuesday to roll up their sleeve for a special cause.
I feel like all these people care about me.
The third grader organized this blood drive to show people why donation is so important. 2 years ago, a visit to the doctor for a sore throat turned into the worst news for Riley and her family: leukemia.
I just remember not being able to breathe and like physically pain from not, takes your breath away.
For the next 2.5 years, Riley endured chemo and needed dozens of blood transfusions to keep her alive.
It's important to give blood because some kids or adults that have cancer, they don't have enough blood, so some people have to donate.
Her message resonated with many Tuesday.
Thank you very much for being here.
In all, about 60 people donated.
It just seemed like a win-win, helping somebody else and get a chance to feel good about it.
She did a really good nice thing to organize this blood drive to help other people that's the same way that she been helped.
Today, Riley is done with treatment, cancer-free, and showing her friends what it means to be a survivor.
She taught me to always be brave.
She's also teaching others what it means to save a life.
It means so much. It's something these people took time out of their day and are donating part of their body to save my daughter and all the cancer kids.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Slumberland.
With Cellcom, new and existing customers get the same great deals, both fair and clear. What's not clear is how to navigate a roundabout.
Wait for it. Now? I'm going now. Oh! I'm trying.
Okay, breathe and go.
We're in.
Navigating roundabouts? Unclear. Getting the same great deals whether you're a new or existing customer? Crystal clear. Cellcom. Clarity in a cloudy world.
Now how do we get out?
I'm getting dizzy.
My dad risked everything to start a little construction company. He was the welder, and my mom drove the dump truck. Nothing fancy about that, but it was theirs. I'm Tim Michaels, and I'm proud to follow in his footsteps, growing the business from a few hundred employees to today, over 8,000. I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman who knows how to get things done, create jobs, and how to lead. And that's exactly what I'll do as governor.
Tim Michaels for governor.
Some numbers are inspiring, some playful, some worth celebrating. After an accident, there's one critical number that helps you get your life back by factoring in your needs for today and tomorrow. That's where Habish and Rotier's numbers really add up. With over 90 years of client successes and 13 offices to help you wherever you are. No other personal injury law firm is better suited to get the amount that's right for you.
This Mother's Day, celebrate Mom with a beautiful gift from Wickersham Jewelry. Silver and diamond necklaces in a variety of styles. Select from hearts, mother and child pendants, and more. Your choice, only $129. Welcome spring with a 10-karat gold butterfly or bumblebee necklace. Diamond studs priced so every mom can have a pair. Quantities are limited, and these prices are only good through Mother's Day. Wickersham Jewelry. If you can dream it, we can make it.
Is a new roof on your spring to-do list? Hi, I'm Paul, owner of Overhead Solutions. Now is a great time to think ahead and secure a spot for that replacement on our schedule. Go ahead and call our competitors, but before you sign on that dotted line, call Overhead Solutions. I believe our high quality and fair price can beat our competition.
Call Overhead Solutions for a free roof estimate.
Remember, don't overpay. Call Overhead. Overhead Solutions.
Dolly Parton, Lionel Richie, and Pat Benatar are just a few of the artists that will be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They announced that Wednesday. Dolly Parton was nominated earlier this year. You may remember she turned it down. She said she didn't deserve to be a rock artist. There's others who deserve it more, but the foundation declined her request and kept her name on the ballot. Parton later said if she's inducted, she will, quote, just say thanks. And Devin, I just want to say thanks for this wonderful weather we're finally getting.
I know, right? Finally feeling like spring. And you know how they say, you go from spring and then it quickly goes to summer? That might be us next week. There might be an 80 degrees in the forecast. So far, we're holding back on that. But let's show you these temperatures right now. Very nice out there. We have temperatures lower to middle 60s. This is where we should be for this time of the year. So I think Jeff is probably sending us some warmer temperatures back just a little bit early. And in fact, the visible satellite imagery. So this is a good high quality satellite imagery from outer space, and hardly any clouds over us right now. So the sun is helping to keep us warm. Further down toward the south, we're seeing a little bit more precipitation. That will leave us below those yellow boxes there, or actually tornado watches in Oklahoma and Texas, but we don't have to worry about that. We have to look forward to a nice Cinco de Mayo, a nice Mother's Day, other than the rain chances. 78 Tuesday. Welcome to summer, question mark?
You know, I'm already excited for the 60s, Devin.
Right?
This is fantastic.
This
All
is
right,
perfect.
We'll have more weather and news for you on News Watch 12
sure.
at 6. We will see you then.